Hi there, everybody. It's Cher, Grinning Grandma. And yes, I've got another loot shoot for you from the 127 yard sale. We both thought that this was really pretty cool. We love this winter scene, but we really love the frame that it's in, too. It's rustic looking. This will go into one of the shops as well. This Thunderbird poster. It's actually well, you heard, it's a tin, I guess you would call it, some kind of metal. And gee whiz, can you guess which one of us picked that up, my husband or myself? And he found these two Monopoly games still wrapped up, never opened. I've never seen one like this one before, I don't think. And we have this, needs some cleaning. Melissa and Doug. It's a metal barn. It's got all kinds of clasps on it for your little one to learn to maneuver. Thought that was pretty cool. It does need cleaning. There are no parts inside, but that's okay. And this Scream mask, I can't remember whether I showed you this or not, but it's an entire costume. He has a cape that goes all the way down to your ankles. And these little, I don't know if they're mice or bears, to tell you the truth. Oh, I'm turning my camera, aren't I? Okay, now you can see it. I think they're bears. Oh well, we'll figure that one out later. I'm not going to unwrap everything and show everything to you because, well, that'll be boring. And I'm sure you probably have been looking at enough of the items from the 127 that other people have gotten, as well as some of the other large yard sales. These I absolutely love. They're, of course, characters from the original Star Trek, as well as a couple from the more recent ones. I don't think I've ever seen, what's her name, Lieutenant, I can't remember her last name now, but she just recently, the actress just recently passed, and she was a real trendsetter. I've shown you these, of course, and a couple of these Department 56 houses. I've got more of those. Hubby is a records person. Both of us are music people, but I prefer the 60s and 70s. I think these are, well, yeah, we looked through these. These are 60s and 70s. We've got some Beatles in there, I believe, 45s. Lefton, I hardly ever buy any Christmas, but because these were Lefton, I decided to get the entire set. One of my favorite picks right here. Wasn't really a pick, but I bought it from Trading Post Pickers. Two of my favorite people, Christina and Scott. This is part of their merchandise. Excuse me. If you are familiar with them, you might want to pick up some of their merch. But they talked me into wearing this hat during one of the, well, during part of the sales, even though I hate myself in hats. But they're great kids. People. Kids, they're young. This I had to, oh, by the way, if you're interested in their merchandise, be sure and pay them a visit. They'll tell you all about it. Trading Post Pickers. And they are on eBay and on YouTube. And they are also part of the Flipping Pickers. That's a new podcast that they just started. Along with Donald Mars from Mars Bargain Basement and Rocky Top picker bin, so I hope you can watch them too. This is a cookie jar, and being a gal from, well, I grew up in Indianapolis, who could possibly expect me to pass up an old IndyCar cookie jar? A couple oldies here. Well, OJ's, of course, and Celine Dion. These razors always remind me of my dad, because that's what he always used. These little hand razors. Of course, this one would have been known as a travel razor because it comes apart and etc. Some caps that we really like. This is just kind of unusual. That's why I got it. But it's a well, it's a souvenir from, what's it say here? 1988 annual. I can't even read it. Anyway, it's a Waters Way meeting. Just thought it was unusual. Of course, the smiley cup and a couple t-shirts. Sweatshirt. This is in very good shape. They both really are. And right here we have 3 primitive type buckets. They're all the same. They say Rhode Island Red on them. And as I said, I'm not going to bore you with what all has not been unwrapped yet. And I do have one other thing to show you. My husband won this actually at the get-together that was hosted by Caleb and Chris, Old School Picker. And he won this from the Reseller Information Network. Cool guys over there. Oh, I guess you probably saw this as well. Starbucks coffee mug. That will be going on eBay. These paperweights will probably end up in one of the shops, or some of the shops. We might just divvy them up, and who knows where the others might land. So you will see some of them online, eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and maybe Facebook Marketplace. Not this, of course, and not this. Those we're keeping. Thanks a lot for looking. I appreciate you joining us. And if you have any questions, just, hey, yell them out. In the meantime, if you would, give us a thumbs up if you like this video or this type of video. Subscribe and share and comment, please. And I am Horse. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. God bless you.